I think that I'm too young and too inexperienced to make this video today. That is why I'm standing here and you're sitting there. That quote's reversed. Plus, I would never do that to you guys. Just to climb the corporate ladder for better pay and better position? Come on now. What am I talking about? It's Christopher Street Blues. How's everyone doing today? I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films. This is Christopher Street Blues, 1977. Infamous, famous, highly requested. It's a Francis Ellie picture. Do you know what that means? John Amero, Michael Findlay. Two powerhouses coming together. And sometimes John's brother Lem. But those two powerhouses, they started their career together. They worked for Michael Findlay's entire career together. This movie is well made, well thought out, well written. The titles are pre-written, created, so the camera can go by them. I love that kind of stuff. The writing, everything comes full circle. This is an amazing exploitation film and a staple of queer cinema. These two started with Body of a Female, another classic exploitation film. Ruffy co-directed, co-wrote, co-produced, co-shot, everything above the line personnel except for Michael cut it. Almost the exact same thing with Christopher Street Blues. They co-directed it, co-produced it. Michael shot and cut it. John wrote it. John also made RSVP. Do you remember that? Horror film with a bunch of adult film stars acting in it? Look up RSVP. And Michael Findlay is just plain old Michael Findlay. Roberta Findlay's husband, king of sleazy cinema, did the Flesh trilogy that you can get from Dystropix, from Vinegar Syndrome, Touch of Her Flesh, Curse of Her Flesh, Kiss of Her Flesh. Oh look, it's right here. Heather Drain did the commentary on all three. This is so good. I suggest you check it out. So we have two powerhouses making the film you're about to see. Such cool tracking shots and lighting. We're watching a VHS rip, supposedly remastered my foot, but it's still a cool story. New York underground exploitation. It's what we're watching today. 80 minutes long. Our version's 12. XXX. Ours is PG. So many needle drops. Our version is very changed. This movie has an amazing song. Basically a show tune. No care about copyright. And so I replaced those with the song that they had made for the picture. Anyways, let's watch it and I'll be back at the end.
Do you think I enjoy these miserable weekends in the city when I could be with you and the kids? Look, Erica, if I work this weekend, we can probably make that Nassau cruise I was telling you about last month. I have a buddy here in the travel department who can get us 50% off. Why don't you and the kids go up to the cabin for the weekend, and I'll see you Monday night? Of course I'll miss you. Do you have any idea what it's like staying in these lonely Broadway hotels with no one to talk to but bums and whores? No, dear, I said bores. Very boring people here on the weekends. I have loads of paperwork to catch up with, so I'll be here at the office most of the time. I'm telling the answering service to hold all calls so I won't be disturbed. I'll check in with you, so don't get upset if you can't get through to me. Bye-bye, love. Hi, Billy. I thought you'd forgotten me.
Last mail pickup today, sir. Oh, Mr. Perry, I sure would like a promotion. You think you'd help me get one?
No, Billy. You're too young and inexperienced. That's why I'm sitting here and you're standing there. Now have a nice weekend and see you Monday.
I know your mother's cooking. I wouldn't care if Julia Child was cooking. I just can't make it. Darling, which is more important, my job and the payments on the house or that meal that your mother cooked? You expect me to get a promotion if I don't work overtime. Do you know how small my office is? Of course you don't, because you never had to sweat in here for 8 hours. I just can't make it this weekend, and that's that.
Last mail pickup for the day, sir. I sure would like a promotion. Do you think you could help me get one?
No, Billy, you're too young and inexperienced. That's why I'm sitting here, and you're standing there. Have a good weekend. See you Monday.
I'm going to Chicago over the weekend, and that's that. Now, don't bust my balls. If you're lucky, you'll see me Monday. Oh, I love you too, darling. Kissy, kissy. Oh, hi, Billy. That was my wife, a lovely woman. But she gets me so upset sometimes. You know how temperamental women can be, especially when I have to leave town for the weekend. Now, what can I do for you?
Last mail pickup for the day, sir. Mr. Harris, I'd sure like a promotion. Do you think you can help me get one?
No, Billy. You're too young and inexperienced. That's why I'm sitting here, and you're standing there. Have a nice weekend. See you Monday.
Doorways, hallways, any days, rainy days, sunny days, any days. I am the meat of the night. Christopher Street, Christopher Street. You find your meat on Christopher Street. Mr. Perry. He claims he's a sadist. I know otherwise. I whipped him like crazy and gave him 2 blackened eyes. The sweet heat meat of the night. Doorways, hallways, any days, rainy days, sunny days, any days. I am the meat of the night. Christopher Street, Christopher Street. You find your meat on Christopher Street. Ah, Mr. Barton. He loves to bust balls, and he never does tip. What I'd like to give him is a big fat lip. He says he has money and lives like a king, but he's so poor, I hear, he just hocked his last ring. I got this cruise of blues.
What I'd really like is a cup of coffee.
You got it.
The sweet heat meat of the night. Doorways, hallways, any days, rainy days, sunny days, any days. I am the meat of the night. Mr. Hamilton, on the Upper East Side he never dresses like this. He wears outfits that match, never knowing they miss. He thinks that he's witty, but he's plumb out of luck. Doorways, hallways, any days, rainy days, sunny days, any days. I am the meat of the night. Christopher Street, Christopher Street. You find your meat on Christopher Street.
Well, I don't know what you guys were doing there, but my car broke down on the way to the airport, and I just stopped into this place to make a quick call. I had no idea it was that kind of place. I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Good morning, gentlemen. I trust you all had a pleasant weekend with your wives. I'm sure they'd love to hear my version. Now, about that promotion. You were all so colorful at Danny's.
Anything you say, Billy.
I couldn't agree more.
You're the man for the job.
I thought you'd see it my way. You see, gentlemen, all it takes is a little youth, a little experience. That's why I'm sitting here, and you're standing there.
Street, you find your meat on Christopher Street.
So what'd you think of that? Basically office, bar, office. At the bar, quick little coffee break. Lee Richards played Billy from Mondo Nexus and We'll Meet Again. He's our lead. He wants to climb up the corporate ladder. He blackmails his bosses. Don't blackmail your bosses. Unless you're in an adult film, and then it might work out for the best, but not real life. His bosses, Mr. Perry was played by Lou Seager from Kiss Today Goodbye. Mr. Barton, Roger Schuler, played that role. His only film. You've never seen him in anything except for this. And Giuseppe Welch played Mr. Harris. He was in Death of the Scorpio. He was also in Mondo Nexus with Lee Richards. And that's our principal cast. A lot of cool cameos at the bar, but those are our principals. And that was Christopher Street Blues. I almost just said Hill Street Blues. Christopher Street Blues, 1977. I said it up top. Famous and infamous underground New York filmmaking on film, I believe 16 millimeter. I couldn't find anywhere if it's 35 or 16 clearly on film. Did you like when Mr. Harris said kissy kissy to his wife? That was Michael Findlay doing the overdubs. And that's it for this week's Squeaky Clean Adult Film. Thank you for watching. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't share, just watch. Bam. Now we're in the double digits of queer cinema. We got a couple gay, a couple trans, a couple bi. We're building. We're getting it up there. And I don't mean to sound insensitive, but it's not something I'm trying to do. I like movies. I don't care what category they're in. But I think it's cool to have a little bit of something for everyone. Hey, Barefoot has some cool news. I think we're going to shoot I shouldn't post this week. I'm not going to waste your time here today. But boy, are we busy. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.